So I've made it pretty clear how much I really loved the Superman movie this year. And so, given that, I'd gone back and watched all of them. And I also like what if stories, as I've mentioned many times before. But I really enjoy stories that continue franchises that haven't had a continuation in a long time or they just ended. They did that with Batman. They've done it in the comics with Batman 89, and I've enjoyed all of those. There's still one of those that I need to pick up. But they did it with Superman, and I read the first one, which was with Brainiac, and that was really good. That was entertaining. But I just recently got around to picking up the graphic novel version of Superman 78, The Metal Curtain. And I have to say, I really had a good time with this graphic novel or this story because it really does feel like it's a continuation of the Christopher Reeve Superman and his storyline. I mean, there's things in it with Lois going to the Fortress of Solitude, which we know she's gone to before. They add something interesting. I want to make sure I include that they have Jor-El and Lara are actually safe, and they're in Kandor, which I think is an interesting way to keep them alive and to have them included in the story. But the main villain in it is Metallo, and I think their version of Metallo really works. Now, I'm not sure what Metallo looked like or his original look in the comics. The one I'm familiar with is the Superman animated series from the 90s where he was became all machine with a heart of kryptonite. And so that's the one I'm thinking of. But I think this does a real good job of interpreting the character and making him work for back in the day, making him work for this version, making him work for this time period because he's a Russian soldier who believes he's doing everything for the motherland and to stop evil capitalists from coming in and polluting his home country, his again his motherland. You know, Superman's the ideal of that. And he doesn't become a robot, but he puts on a metal suit that kryptonite is at the heart of it. And it's really no surprise he's involved at some point. But you get to see them fight. You get to see how things would have turned out. Um, it's an interesting way the story ends, though I can't say I'm really surprised the more I think about it. And yes, this is short, it's quick compared to what a movie version would have been, but I think they do a real good job of saying, hey, this is aspects that could have been in the movie. And I think this idea for Metallo would have really worked if Christopher Reeve had continued. So, yes, if you love those Superman movies, I highly recommend picking this up.